Hey everyone, welcome to New Gameplay today. My name is Marcus Stewart. I am joined by Kyle Hilliard. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Infinity Nikki?
It's going pretty well. I'm dressed up. You can't see it, but I've got a really nice outfit on because, yeah, like you mentioned, this is Infinity Nikki, which is the open world, basically dress up game that was shown off. It's been shown off before, but I feel like it's got its big sort of like coming out party at the PlayStation State of Play from this past May. But it's a game that I've had my eye on for at least the past year. And Kyle, as much as I like you, I really wish that former editor Blake Hester was here right now.
Honestly, yeah, like he is the one. He was championing this game forever. Like he was always pushing it. Yeah, like that. I think of it as a Blake game, which is odd because if you know Blake, he's like into metal and gore.
Yeah, it's a good point. So yes, we're gonna dedicate this NGT to you, Blake, if you're watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm playing a beta build of the game. A public beta is now available. You had to pre-register for it ahead of time, so it's not open to just anyone. But I got like a media version that I've been playing around with for the last couple days. We're looking at my gameplay that I've captured. And also, this is on PC, and since it's still in development, if you see any, like, frame drops, it's because the game's not done yet. It's still being put together. And also, if you see any what probably would look like awkward movement, it's because there's no controller support yet. It's just mouse and keyboard, and I am not a good mouse and keyboard player, so if it looks like I can't make a jump as gracefully as I should, it's because I'm just using keys, and that's just not my jam. But yeah, Infinity Nikki, part of the Nikki series of like mobile fashion games. You can see here an example of that where there's several of these games that are really popular, especially in Asia, from what I understand. And, you know, they're all about, like, dressing up Nikki in a bunch of different outfits that you collect. And there's, like, storylines, stuff like that. But that's kind of, like, the crush is you collect cool outfits and you make Nikki look, you know, pretty or cool or whatever you want it to look like. And so Infinity Nikki is, like, a giant, like their first like AAA kind of version of that. Or it's a big old open world. There's like a big like mystical story quest that you go on. Like you show up here with your little pal there, Momo, who's like the little critter, and you're just kind of tasked with finding what are called the miracle dresses, which are like these, I guess, like magical, powerful dresses to presumably save the world. And so you get transported to this magical land of Mirror Land, and you're just going around trying to find these miracle outfits while also helping other people with sort of their problems. As you can see, there is combat, and everything you do, sort of your abilities are based on dresses. So you have dresses called ability outfits, and so the one there where I just shot those guys is called the purification dress. You're not killing them. I think that's important to point out. Like, you're purifying them because apparently they're possessed by, like, demonic energy. So there's no, like, killing or death in the game, which is pretty nice. And then the floaty one there, that you get the sort of, like, Princess Peach float. I think that's called Bubble Voyage or something like that. But it's like a floaty jump.
Okay, and like the thing that I'm noticing is like it's just changing automatically.
Yeah.
Like when you need to floaty jump, your outfit just changes. Is that kind of like, are you hitting like the double jump and she automatically changes into that outfit is sort of the idea?
That is exactly the idea.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. I'm always a fan of like, I don't want to go into menus too much and change things. When it comes to like mechanics and gameplay, right? I understand that a big selling point of this game is like going into the menu and dressing up Nikki, right? Like that's a huge part of the game. But if I'm just like in the middle of exploring, it's nice that it's like still giving you the visual flourish of a new outfit, but also letting you do mechanical stuff.
Yeah, and those, like, the ones that are automatically changing, those are sort of like your primary abilities that are, like, automatically mapped to a button or a key. You also get more, like, specialized dresses that you can select from, like, basically a weapon wheel. So like there's one where it's like, oh, you're like a dog groomer, or like this one dress lets you groom certain animals to get materials from them, or there's like a bug catching dress. Since those were like very like hyper specific, you just select those on a wheel. So we're looking there, like those are the three ability outfits. So the third one is the dog grooming one. And then these are like rare pieces where they're just more like decorative, pretty much. Like they're not like have superpowers tied to them or anything like that. This is just like, hey, you got some cool arm sleeves, and you have to unlock outfits in that skill tree that we saw before. Like they're called sketches, basically. And every sketch has like different pieces for an outfit. So like shoes and shirts and, accessories and makeup. And then once you have the sketch unlocked, then you have to get the crafting materials to make it. This is very much a big like I always want to call it like a hunter and gathering game, where like there's a ton of like materials all over the place, like flowers or fruits and like threads, and it's a reward for completing a bunch of missions, or even like there's like login bonuses that you can get that are just like, here's a bunch of money and materials, you can make some dresses, and
it's free to play, right?
I do not know yet.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the rollout plan is for this. I know it's gonna have multiplayer too, but that was not available in this build. And I do not know what the extent of that looks like either. They haven't really talked about it, and they didn't clarify when I asked the PR. So,
because the vibes I'm getting, which I'm going to admit, scare me away a little bit here, Marcus, is Genshin Impact.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if it feels like Genshin Impact, but it just kind of it's giving me those vibes. I'm not sure what to think of that.
In terms of like the, I assume you mean like the progression. It's definitely not like the
movement,
gameplay.
Progression, open world, a focus on outfits, like all those things have a real Genshin Impact vibe.
Sure, I could see that. And like, I liked Genshin. I didn't stick with it, but like I liked it. I thought it was a well-made sort of like free-to-play open world action game. So yeah, I'm not sure if this will be like a, I guess, free-to-play, or if it's just like a single paid thing.
Because my preference would be premium with like a big campaign, like a big story campaign.
Yeah, there definitely is a story campaign. That's cool. There is a main story. There's quests. There's also side quests like this one here, where I met this talking dragon guy who's like a poet. And
I like the way that dragon looks. Like, it looks great. Just even like art direction and visuals. It's just got very charming, cute aesthetic,
Yeah, it's a nice looking game. I think in the trailers, like if you watch the PlayStation trailer, you're like, oh, this looks pretty nice. But playing it live and with a really good PC, there's some shots of like, especially when you're roaming the open world, where you're like, oh, this is like a big old like really pretty flower field that I'm in. And then we'll see it later, but like the main village looks nice. There's like a bunch of NPCs everywhere. I was like, okay, there's a lot. There's money in this game, basically.
Yeah.
They put in work. But yeah, so this he's gonna become sort of like another like quest giver / like material depositor, material collector, we'll say, where he's like, hey, if you bring me these things called like Dew of Inspiration, I'll hook you up with some stuff. So this is kind of our introduction to him. I do like the way the cutscenes are rendered too. Like I think the animations look nice, and the writing, from what I've seen too, like it's very saccharine. Like the whole game is like, I said this in my preview, which you can read now, by the way, on GameInformer.com. I got a whole in-depth hands-on preview of what we're playing right now. But like everything in this game, it seems like it's designed to just leave you smiling constantly. Like everything.
And this is a compliment, to be clear. Like the recent, because I ended up watching a lot of My Little Pony with my daughter when she was
Friendship and Magic.
Yeah, Friendship is Magic. And
that show's great.
It's a great show. Yeah, and like this kind of just has that sort of just tone about it,
Yeah, I like that we've transported back 10 years with two grown adult men being like, that My Little Pony show is pretty good, guys.
It was really good. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. So now we're jumping ahead here to some of the open world. Yeah, like it's the world is big, by the way. Like it's only a slice of it for the beta, but if you notice when I pull up the map, I was like, okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, I'm switching to the
Oh, and there are humans too. I
there are
hadn't seen a human
humans.
up to this point. Yeah.
So I switched to the grooming thing so I could clean up these whatever you would call these floofy bunny things.
Yeah, there you go. Can you pet the dog Twitter account? There's your animated GIF right there.
Yeah, but you actually get something for doing it. Like it's
Oh,
not
nice.
it's a symbiotic relationship. It's like, hey, I need something from you, so I'm gonna pet you, or really, I guess, groom you. And so what I did there is that Momo, your little buddy, has like a special vision where you can find these whim stars, which are basically like they're all over the place, and they're what you need to unlock new outfits and items from that skill tree. And it's pretty much like collecting stars in a 3D Mario game because they're all over the place, and some of them have like challenges tied to them. And there's even rooms like this where I compared them to shrines in the recent Zelda games.
I'm listening, Marcus.
Yeah, I thought that would get you interested because like you see these little portals around the world, and you go in, and it's like, hey, here's like a light platforming or like puzzle thing. If you solve this, we'll give you a star.
Yeah.
So you see, like,
I think this is also where Jessie learned to use her gun in Control. Actually,
yeah, you see her in the background, just
just
doing
shooting
her.
enemies.
I would like seeing Infinity Nikki could fit into the Remedy verse, I think.
Hell yeah. No, this is cool. Like, yeah, I love a little hey, go in here and solve a puzzle. You know, that's Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and also Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that. Got my Wimp Star there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Smart person. So yeah, we're heading to the main town here. There's a fast travel point that you can unlock. Like I said, it looks really nice. Like just the art design and stuff. There's like I mentioned, there's side quests you can do for different citizens and whatnot. What I also like is that the game really encourages you to poke around. Like you can see stars on the roof because they're like, hey, you can get up there. Like go walk around these rooftops. You might find some stuff, or not even might. You will.
You can't climb, right? Like you can, like in the Zelda Genshin Impact style. Like you can't just climb.
No. At least not that I've seen. It wouldn't surprise me because there's so many dresses. Like I don't know if you ever get a dress that just lets you do that.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, but like from what I've played, I cannot do that. But like the floaty jump is pretty good, and I'm just sort of like showing off how big the world. You see that one area with like the cherry blossoms there that looks cool. There's like
that's great.
There's like a stylist guild that you join. Again, going back to Genshin, I wasn't even thinking about Genshin until you brought it up. But like in the beginning, you find out that Nikki is a stylist, which is basically a person that can create outfit sketches anytime they want. They're like special, and this character's like, hey, there's like a guild for us. If you join, we'll hook you up. So you go there, and they give you like a tablet thing called a Pair Pal, and it basically keeps track of all these different like little goals. So there's a bunch of like little missions like, hey, kill X number of enemies, or take this many pictures with the in-game camera. Or I'm sorry, not kill, purify, or defeat, we'll say. And like things like pretty much anything you do in this game is gonna feed into like a meter, and then when you like complete the task, you're gonna get like money and materials to make new stuff. So if you're like an objective person or oriented player, there's like a hook there for like, oh my god, everything I do is gonna get me something, and especially like just the hook of like dressing up Nikki, which again, that's like the bread and butter of this series. It's like I want to get more outfits because I want to make Nikki look cool, so I'm gonna do everything to make that happen. And we're looking actually at a main story quest here. I didn't capture this moment, but right before this girl with the glasses was flying like a giant like origami airplane and crashed it into this building and destroyed it. And now everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, why did you do that?
What are you thinking?
So yeah, there's like weird little moments like that where it's like, okay, I like that it's not just like super sacred. You know, like there's weird stuff that happens and like some weird people you meet. Marquis? Should I start spelling my name like that? Is that fancier?
Yes, do that.
Okay, that's gonna be my byline now, so don't edit it when I start submitting articles with that name.
Okay.
Yeah, just so everyone know. Also, can I say that, not to brag, but my Nikki looks pretty cool. It's the clothing I gave her. I picked some things here and there, and made her look pretty sweet. What do you think, Kyle?
I like it. She looks. I like the black and red. That's a good look.
Thank you. Got some green in there. You know, green's a complementary color. The red. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, are they speaking English, by the way, or is it?
It's I believe Japanese. There is going to
Okay.
be an English voiceover. It's just not in this like beta.
That's totally understandable. I was curious.
But yeah, it feels good so far. Like gameplay in general. Again, it's weirder with like mouse and keyboard, so it's like getting a hang of that. But overall, like it ran pretty fine. Like the combat is pretty good. Like I don't think I did it there, but in addition to just shooting people, you have like a dash that you can do that kind of operates on a cooldown. Some of the other challenges you can do for the Win Stars are like just different types of like almost like timed obstacle course stuff of like, hey, you got to follow like this. You got to collect all these items in like in a row within a time while also getting past all these little things we're putting in the way and stuff like that. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm showing off some of the quest log stuff. So this isn't the main quest log, but this is sort of you're just like, hey, you're almost like battle pass style, like, hey, you're doing some stuff. Here's some rewards.
Gotcha.
And like I said, there's a bunch of these, and there's also dailies that you get. Now I'm a level 6 stylist, which makes me the best in the world. And here's all the materials I've crafted so far. But yeah, I think overall, it's weird. Like, nothing in the game is, like, I found to be, like, challenging necessarily. Like, oh, this is, like, a hard fight or, like, a hard platforming sequence. But there's something about it that it's just so dang pleasant that you're like, I kind of just want to hang out here and do stuff.
Yeah,
like,
no, it seems all very charming. Yeah,
yeah, and maybe it's also coming off of reviewing Elden Ring, which is like,
oh right, yeah,
it's like the hard opposite of this. Of like, this is Elden Ring's amazing, but I would never want to live in this world. Like everything in this world kind of sucks. Whereas this is like everything in this world is actually pretty nice. I could spend some time here. And so yeah, it was a fun little contrast there. So I just unlocked the bug catching outfit. So I just need one more ingredient, which is a fur from this little Pomeranian looking dog thing. Who also I just realized its fur is like braided on the back. How do you do that? That seems like that would be painful for the dog. But
not in the world of Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, there's no pain in Infinity Nikki. No one feels anything, but well, everyone feels happiness, no pain. And there we go. Got our all of our bug catching outfit parts, and also you can mix and match these outfits. Like regardless of like if an outfit piece has an ability tied to it, they'll let you wear whatever you want, any combination. So if you if you like the bug catching outfit, and you're like, I just want to wear that all the time, and not just when I use the ability, you can just have her wear that. Yeah, they're teaching you, like, hey, this is how you catch bugs.
Little some Pokemon energy here.
Yeah, or like Animal Crossing too.
Yeah, I guess the better. The sort of the bug element of Pokemon has kind of long since gone away. You know, like that was like the initial idea. You know,
sure,
it's like it's fun to go around and catch bugs and collect bugs, and that's what inspired Pokemon. But you know, now it's you capture giant bears and.
Gonna need a bigger net. And let me need
and the net's heart shaped. Come on, they know what they're doing.
I didn't even notice that, so you pointed it out. Let's see everything in this game, Kyle. Down to the last detail is just like, what if you just went aw with everything? So yeah, as we start to wind down here, the game is, like I mentioned before, it's available now in like a public beta. You did have to register it beforehand, so you can't just like sign. I don't even think you can still sign up for it or not. You'd have to check their main website, but I think they've kind of closed off what the players are allowing in right now. But the game is coming to PlayStation 5 as well as PC and mobile devices like iOS and Android. Still no release window. So my gut tells me this probably won't come out till next year. It's kind of what I don't know, when I'm banking, I have no evidence to back that up. But like I said, it's just sort of a gut feeling. But we'll see. But yeah, I had fun with it. I want to play some more of it. And honestly, the main story stuff, like on top of just how pleasant the regular stuff is, the main story stuff, I want to see where it goes. Because there were some scenes that I haven't seen in this game where it's just like, okay, that's a weird idea. Where's this gonna go? So, yeah, that is Infinity Nikki, everyone. Kyle, thanks for hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks for showing it off.